This is the most dangerous piece of legislation that has come for consideration in the National Assembly since the return to civil rule in 1999.
Social media waves have taken us to Nigeria's National Assembly, where a piece of legislation, in some people's understanding, could reduce democracy to dust in Nigeria. Is the government planning to governmentalize non-governmental organizations?
Guys, have it.
Hello, my name is Leo Oketa. You're watching Social Media Reports from Africa.
So, having go through first and second reading at the House of Representatives, the controversial bill is now at the committee stage. Sponsored by Deputy Majority Leader of the House, Honorable Buba Jibril, the NGO's bill is said to primarily set up a commission to regulate the activities of NGOs and provide a platform for robust relationships between them and the government for the interest of Nigerians. Government says churches, mosques, Esusu and market women associations are not affected by the bill as they are not NGOs. So Nigerians are not finding this particularly funny as they ask what interest the National Assembly and the government now has with NGOs. Some say, going by the letter and spirit of the bill, it constitutes a deliberate violation of the guarantees of freedom of thought, operation and expression, and freedom of association as contained both in Nigeria's 1999 Constitution as amended and international law to which Nigeria is a signatory. Human rights activist Professor Chidi Odinkal speaks on this.
This is the most dangerous piece of legislation that has come for consideration in the National Assembly since the return to civil rule in 1999. It covers the activities of every entity and everybody that is not government. Basically, all resources, all funds, everything that are collected or liable to be collected and made available to service communities, individuals in need in this country will be subject to Abuja. Before you can raise funds in your church and your mosque, you have to get Abuja's permission. After you've raised the money, you have to return them to Abuja for Abuja to tell you what to do with them. And when you've done that, only Abuja can help you to do your audits.
But government says the bill is intended for the good of the country. Honorable Peter Akpatasen, who is Chairman, House Committee on Civil Society Organizations and Development Partners, made this known on Channels Television's Sunrise Daily program.
In the first place, provide something that looks like a clearinghouse for the activities of civil society organizations, registration and coordination and harmonization and all that, with a view to promoting transparency, accountability, local content, and also to prevent the unlikely event of some powers or individuals locally or internationally using NGOs to promote terrorist activities and also money laundering.
Now, since the bill is still at committee stage, where it is due for public hearing, the National Assembly says it is time for Nigerians to come scrutinize the bill. The question then is, what guarantee does Nigerians have that their input during the public hearing will be effective? Is the bill even necessary at the first place? A legal practitioner, Mr. Chris Akiri, bears his mind on the issue while on Channels Television Sunrise Daily program.
Well, there is no need for this bill at all.
No need whatsoever?
No need at all, because you see, a similar bill was brought up, not similar, an identical bill. And what asks me is that, you see, the provisions of the bill I'm going to talk about, the provisions were lifted verbatim from an identical bill in Sierra Leone, which was popularly discredited and guillotined. You understand? Because there is no such a. If Sierra Leone can consider such a bill as obnoxious, why should it come to Nigeria? Why should some, legislators go to Sierra Leone to copy what had been discredited over there? You see, Nigeria is a democracy, and we must be governed by the rule of law and the due process of the law.
So, Nigerians are advised to pay keen attention to developments around this bill and many others rising from the National Assembly to ensure the country isn't overburdened by unnecessary legislations at the expense of Nigerians. That is it for the program today on Social Media Reports. See you next time.